Hello and welcome back to Tammy's Dolls, and today we're going to come back to this EffanBee Baby Bubbles. Now I've done some sanding on her. I have sanded all the way around on her here, and I have done some nice sanding up. Well, I still got some sanding in here to do. You can still oops, not even showing this to you. You can still see that she has some like it's still raised a bit. So if you can see that in the light there, you can still see that there's some raised, which means I need to bring this down a little bit more even to the hairline. You don't want this lip on the putty to be there, because then you will see that in your paint. So that needs to go. All right. I'm working right now. I'm going to put this part of the head over here for now. And I'm going to be working on lowering this eye just a bit, so that it equals this eye over here. She has a squinty little eye here. We need to make this one just a little bit, it's been chipped away. So I need to bring this down just a little bit more. So I've got up my Milliput here. I've mixed it up. And now what we're going to do is just take a little bit here. And we're just going to take in small amounts, because you can always sand it out. So I'm taking the smallest amount that I can roll up. And I'm just rolling it up like you like a little string here, and I'm just going to slide that right into her eye level right here, so that we can just lower. Where did that go? I lost my little. Where did it go? Oh, there it is, right there. It fell out. Okay, so we're just going to put that. See if I can get you down even more. Okay, there we go. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to work on the doll's head. I'm going to put my hand around like this. Okay, so you can see this happening. So I'm going to take this here, and because I need to make her a little bit squintier, her eye, I'm going to slowly build her eye. You don't want to go at this fast. You want to take it slow and layer as you go and sand as you go. So this would be one level right here that I'm just going to work on. Now maybe others have a different way of doing it. You can, to each their own. I say find your own method, but this is how Tammy's going to do it right now. And if you have a better way, that's wonderful. So I just put a little bit into the corner as well. I want to keep bringing this down slowly over her eye. Now, I know it's still big. It is. So we're going to add a little bit more. We can bring another layer down. So I'm going to take some more of my putty and just a little tiny bit. So this is what you do when you have an eye that is just a little bit bigger than the other. You know, just add as you need to add. And we're going to add again to it. We can add right on top of this so that we can see how we want to make this eye. That's the beauty of being on, like, I had some questions about why did I take her eyes out and do all this other stuff with her. Well, this was why. You can see I needed her eyes right out of here. Now, maybe some of you can build while the eyes are in there, but this girl, that ain't happening with me. I need to, now you can see, I can't do that. I need to have the doll emptied right out so that I can work on her. You can see I'm bringing her eye down. It's starting to come. So we're just going to, and I can sand a lot of this. This is all sandable. So you got to remember that. Like, you know, we're not going to leave it like this. Like, this is just the very early stages of this eye coming together. And her becoming just a little bit squintier in her eye. We're trying to replace what she's lost. And sanding an eye is not easy, but you got to, you know, get in there and you got to keep measuring it out. Eye to eye level, you know, and you could, like I say, with what the beauty of Milliput is that you can always add to the Milliput. You don't have to, gee, it doesn't work. Sometimes I just like to get in there. There we go. I forgot to turn my computer off. You can hear the voice is still going on in there. Now, it's starting to come. You can start seeing I'm shaping it. I bought myself some tools, as you can see. Ooh, I don't want to do that. No, let's just not do that yet. We're not trying to press anything into that. Well, it's a little bit better, not perfect yet. And I don't know if I'll get it perfect, but I know I can make it better than what it was. That's what I think I'm going for. Just building up a little bit better than what it was. So you got to be careful on the inside, because those eyes have got to sit back in there in the right way. So I got to be careful that I don't build too much on the inside. You can see that I do have some stuff in here that I might have to take out. That may not work, because I got to be careful. Those eyes have got to sit back in there again. So I might just slice some of that right out of there. Just trying to get this to come out. And there we go. Let's see if we can get that. We don't need all that in there. And see, you're getting too much on this inside eye. We need some to hold it. Like, you do need some. But I got to remember that I will be using this for I got to put those eyes back in there, and they got to be able to sit back in there properly and to be able to blink. Now I can sand some of that too as well. Don't worry. Like, I mean, I'll get those eyes to go back in, but don't know. Just don't know. A little bit of a rise right there that I need to kind of... I got these tools right off of Amazon. You can find them on there. There's all kinds of them. I think I only paid like 20-something bucks for them or something like that. I don't know. It was in the $20 line. You don't pay much for these. I got a whole set of them here. I got my pick of whatever I want to use here. I don't know if I'm even using the right one, but hey, it's working and I'm not arguing with it. But they gets in where my fingers cannot get into. Now, this thickness here, what you see, won't be staying there. Because, see, we need to make, like, keep it as natural as possible in this area here. But right now, to hold it, to get what I want, I'm going to have to put that there. And then deal with it later. When building an eye too, you don't know how much putty you're going to need. So you're going to waste some, and that's just how it goes. And then you're going to have to make again, and then you're going to waste again. And that's just how, when building an eye, what you're going to need is never really clear until you're done the eye. And that's just how it works. Can't say much more about it than that. So be prepared to, oh, it's getting better. I can see I'm coming, it's starting to come it is working. Like, I'm getting the effect I'm looking for. My battery's blinking. I knew it was going to happen because I was at the end of this battery here. But anyhow, as you can see, there's not much more I can do right now. It is coming down. We're getting that lower end here. You can start seeing we're getting that lower. I know there's a ridge here that we're going to have to put in, but I'm not ready for that ridge yet. Well, you can see a ridge is starting to form right in here. See, there's that ridge starting to form right there. Now, if this camera shuts off, don't dismay, okay? Just, I'll say goodbye right now. And, I'll just leave that like that. But a ridge is starting to form right there. Now, keep that as... I don't want to do that. Got my fingers wet a bit. Just want to... That ridge formed actually on its own, which was great, just from me pushing on from the inside of the eye, and that ridge came. So I think we pretty much have the eye built. I think you know what? There's a Kenny Rogers song that I always flip it around. It's know when to fold up, know when to walk away. I always say know when to stop, know when to walk away. So we're going to walk away from this and we're going to let it be. I hope that was of some help to you. And it gave you what you needed to see, just how to build an eye. Now, we're not done with that eye yet. I may tear that whole thing out again and start one more time. So be prepared for that. But anyways, I hope you can see what I've done there. You can see that ridge. And we're getting that eye's getting, it's like I say, not a perfect eye, but it is a lot better than what it was, right? So we got a bit of a lid there, and we're going to leave it. Tammy, stop. Okay, talk to myself there. All right, we'll talk to you again, and we're coming back with some more on this doll. Bye-bye.